Alright guys, welcome to the casting. This is just a different casting, a random casting. So this is Xpire Gamer against, if I'm not wrong, this is Mighty Morphin Rankers. So we are now in the draft. As you can see, Troll has been banned out, Slark, Spiritbreaker, as well as the Storm has been banned out by Xpire. So I'm guessing you probably have a Sniper mid here, but Sniper already has been banned. So this Storm ban being the fourth ban, it's rather unique. It does give somewhat the how do I put it? It does give somewhat what they're trying to do. So they do not want the mobility hero. So you can see Storm has been banned out. The Spirit Breaker has been banned out. So that's one. Um, so Omni Knight has been picked up together the Lina and Jakiro on the Xpire. So MMR Mighty Mighty Morphing Rankers, if I'm not wrong. Um, they picked up the Juggernaut and the Earth Shaker, and banned out the Silencer, the Axe, and the Spectre. So there's a lot of Spectre who can just use his ultimate, go at different places at the same time, or jump into a war at the same time. Axe with that control silencer as well. So you're probably looking at a lot of magic heroes. I'm guessing. I don't know. Maybe will we see an Evoker? I think there will be a Queen of Pain on the Mighty Morphing Rankers here. Um, since Lina has been picked up, I do not think it will be a Shadow Fiend. He'll be just bursted down by Lina. So the Lion, the Earthshaker, and the Juggernaut has been picked up by MMR at the moment. So we see two supports based on the Xpire's lineup. We have already a Lina, so it'll probably be a Lina mid as my honored friend has done the research for me. This is the Join Dota League starters edition, starters or something. Let me check. Starters division. Yeah. So the Queen of Pain, instead of being picked up by Velta, it's now picked up by Shadow for Xpire Gamer. So there is mobility there as well. But at the end of the day, these are very squishy heroes, but they do have Omni Knight to offset um, the tankiness of it, because he has the Guardian Angel to block off the damage from right clickers, as well as repel for the magic, albeit it's a single target skill. You do have Jakiro's Ice Path, Ice, yeah, and you pick up an off-laner Bat Rider. So all that's missing now it's the mid. Since Queen of Pain has been picked up by Xpire, um, probably looking at uh, I'm really not too sure. Will we be seeing a Xpire needs a carry right now, a hard carry. With this lineup, are we possibly looking at a Faceless Void? Sorry about that. So Bristleback has been picked up. They did ban out the Bristleback, so they were probably looking at Bristleback as being the carry, which is rather strange. I think we'll be seeing a Faceless Void being picked up by Xpire here. Um, possibly the Legion Commander, but do think it will possibly be more of a. Um, it could possibly be a Legion Commander. Use dual with Omni Knight's heal. purification. You do have the Queen of Pain with her AoE damages and the stuns. It's a lot that can be done together with the Legion Commander. So I guess Legion Commander will be a better pickup. But you pick up the Wraith King right now. So my guess is you're probably looking at a Lina. Are they running a Lina carry? Which would be very, very new in the Asian scene, especially in, say, Malaysia. Um, it's a rather unconventional run if they do pick up Lina as the carry. But conversely, it could possibly be the Wraith King carry with his reincarnation, give him the Aegis of Immortality. He's just a force to be reckoned with. Um, so yeah, there will be looking at, say, a mid. Let me see, what would it be picking up for a mid? Give me a minute. And the Brewmaster has been picked up as their mid. So Velta, their mid will be playing the Brewmaster. So yeah, that will be it. So let me introduce you to the team. We'll put this here. Just give me a minute to change the cam. So let me introduce you to the team. On the Radiant side, we have Kinjas on the Juggernaut, Mars Bakery on the Lion, Sally on the Earthshaker. We do have Velta on the mid Brewmaster, and the traditional offlaner Tazdingo on the Bat Rider. On the side of the Dire, we have Tinky Winky on the Wraith King, Shadow on the Omni Knight, Sagittarius on the mid Queen of Pain, Yuna on the looking at this, possibly an offlane Lina, and David on the support Jakiro. So there'll be a rune contest here. Get that with graph. Tangles have been pulled. So they do see an observer ward being planted here. And they will not be contesting this. So Tinky Winky being, I guess, being the carry, looking at how the lanes are being run now, we'll pick up the bounty rune as well as Juggernaut on the other team. So both carries picking up the bounty runes at the moment. So we are looking at a Wraith King giving a lot of pressure to the Bat Rider in a moment. As well as off lane Lina, which isn't too bad a pick actually. There's actually more control next gamer, so I'm not too sure. I wouldn't be too early. I wouldn't say it too early. Whether MMR has been outdrafted at the moment, but at the moment, Xpire has a really good control right now. They have so much stuns. They have so much to give to the team. They have repel. They have heals. They have guardian angel. They have so much to give to the team right now. So Volta already taking up his fist, pulled Tango. Being a melee, it's actually not easy to lane against the Queen of Pain, and being a last pick as well. he would probably have seen this. So I'm not too sure what he's planning to do. He's taken up both his tangles right now, so I'm not sure, because if he does fail, he doesn't contribute much to the team. It is going to be very, very difficult. So he will be harassed a lot right now. Tazdingo, the Bat Rider, playing it a little bit more aggressive right now. But David doesn't have Ice Path at the moment, being a level 1, so they only have one stun. They can't stack the stun at the moment. Rotation up top. So this might be first blood. Ice Path has been used. Stun going to come out? No, stun is not going to come out. So the stun does come out. Queen of Pain comes in, and Tenzango Firefly trying to get out, and he will not be able to. There was a dagger to begin with, a Shadow Strike. So Sagittarius going very, very low, 25 HP, and he has already used up his Tango, his pulled Tango. So Shadow here trying to make sure he's safe. He does have Purification, so that will keep him somehow safe for a bit. So first blood does goes to X Gamer. So that was a very good rotation by from the Queen of Pain to come over this way. Velta trying to do his best against the Queen of Pain. There will be a rotation coming in here. David will come in. He does have his skills both up. So if Velta does overextend, it would spell his doom. So but he does get his bottle. That being said, he does very nicely take off the Queen of Pain. Very nicely played there by Velta. Queen of Pain was a little bit too overextended there. Quite far from the Juggernaut, the Jakiro. I did miss a kill there. So Bat Rider did pick off the Wraith King up top. Must have happened the same time mid was going on. So Jakiro now coming to the aid of the Queen of Pain. But what this spells is the Queen of Pain will actually have less in terms of her levels unless she gets a kill on the Brewmaster on Velta. So this cam has been blocked here, so they will not be able to pull the cam. So that's at least something good for Tazdingo at the moment. So there will be a stun on Tazdingo. Shadow trying to do as much as he can, as much damage as he can. There is a slow up already on Shadow. So Soul Ring and 10 stick charges, so that could give him a lot of mana, enough mana, sufficient mana to help the Wraith King here. Wraith King is at a level 4, but Tazdingo does have his level 6, so he does have his lasso already up at the moment. So he can initiate, he can... That was a very, very quick response from Sagittarius there to evade the Thunderclap. So that he did give his Shadow Strike, and then immediately he blinked off. Very quick reactions. So Velta, 1 bottle charge left. Now 0, doesn't seem to be going for a rune. He does have a... Oh no, so Bakery took the rune. I thought he was saving it for Velta. So he would have to bottle Crow, but it doesn't seem so. The courier is going to the side of Lion at the moment. Tazdingo, a little bit low on mana. But nonetheless doing very well against his Trilay. 1,200 gold. He just barely missed the Ice Path, or else he would really be dead. So David trying to, harass him as much as he can at the moment. 1,200 gold. That's about 1,000 gold away from the Bling Dagger. I guess you'll be getting a Bling Dagger first. I don't see anything items picked up by him. So Velta pushing his luck a little bit, but he does have the Lion standing behind him. So guys, you just tune in. This is the Join Dota League, the status bracket according to my stats guy, Tian. So this is the team MMR, Mighty Morphing Rankers, against Xpire Gamer. So we see face boots coming up on the Queen of Pain, so that gives, which is a rather unique build that I've not really seen nowadays. Because of the mobility on the Queen of Pain, I'm not too sure how much the phase boots would actually benefit the Queen of Pain. She does have blink, so she doesn't really need the movement speed, but I guess she just wants that little extra damage from the phase boots. Illusion Rune being picked up by Yuna. They do have a ward here, so they do spot a rotation mid, so they know what's going on. They do see Yuna go into the Roshan's pit. But nothing so far that they can do so. That nice fissure to block Yuna off. Kinjas with his Omni Slash, and he does pick off the Lina. So that was a very, very good fissure to block over here. So it does not give time for, or it does not give room for Lina to go to this direction. So it was a very good fissure, and the ultimate expanded to use to take off Lina. Timing was a split second later, and he would have been stunned up. Lina already having her level 6, I think. So she does have her Laguna Blade at the moment, so if that stun hit, she would probably have killed off the Juggernaut. Pings all coming out here. Sagittarius. So they have rotated. So Tazdingo has come to the Radiant Jungle. So he does what Bat Riders always do, just farming up the jungle. Sorry guys, so this is the only way I can do it because my internet has been having a problem at the moment. So Tinky Winky did stun Mars, but Bakery being able to come out. So a real rotation by Velta, quick rotation from Velta, but nothing he can do at the moment. He does have his Primal Split available though. What's kind of strange here? So they have one over here, and one over here. I do not know why. Was it was it wrongly placed? I'm not too sure. You seldom see it so close because this vision and this vision would overlap. A significant range of overlap in this area, so possibly a misclick. I'm not too sure. But a quick Blink Dagger on the Brewmaster, and if I'm not wrong, the Blink Dagger should be on Tazdingo as well. Yeah. Kinjas, I haven't gone to him yet. He does have his Master Madness already up. And 1,000 gold in his pocket at the moment, in his bank, so to speak. So, Sally, the Ear Shaker, 700 gold. So, I'm guessing he would be probably going to rush his Bling Dagger rather than coming up with a full boots at the moment. So But he did get the stout shield to begin with, so that gives him a little bit more tankiness, but it does put him back some few hundred gold. Lasso being pulled up, and Sagittarius trying to get out as quick as he can. Blink, that was a very quick blink. And Tazdingo with the Firefly will be able to take him down because of the area, or the... Oh, he's not limited to the tree, so they will try to take down this tower. But there is a lot of HP still, so they will not be able to do that. On the other hand, they might go up top to contest this tower. They will give it away. Lion almost got the deny. But Wraith King, being a melee, had more, but it was faster for a bit. So net worth wise, MMR seems to be doing quite well at the moment, with Brewmaster, the Juggernaut, as well as the Batrider being the top 3 on the net worth charts, and a good 1,000 difference from the 2 carries. The Wraith King just picked up his helm, so if he's going for the a quick armlet, he's pretty much quite a distance away. Oh, he just got his armlet. Let me see, he just bought his. It was on the courier. The Earthshaker and the Juggernaut here, hoping that Yuna would overextend, and with that stun, does he have his ultimate? He does have his ultimate available. So if Yuna does overextend just a little bit, Yuna would die with just one stun. Rotations coming in to the bottom now. We have the Jakiro. Yuna does pick up the... And yeah, Omni Snash just misses the stun. So it's the second time the Lina has missed a stun on Kinjas. Of course, to be fair, he does have the haste rune, so that makes it slightly more difficult. Tinky Winky, the Wraith King, 400 gold, stacking the Ancients, but the timing isn't correct. I guess he wanted to take the Ancients, but he just, felt that he would not be able to take the Ancients at all. Queen of Pain just farming up whatever she can be doing. A Perseverance being picked up, so we will probably be seeing a Lincoln's being rushed by the Queen of Pain. So they do rotate 3 on the bottom lane over here, trying to pressure the tower, but MMR does have 4 behind to defend this tower. So Sally would come here and try his very best to land a fissure to block, and we will be able to block, but it's just slightly over. So he didn't manage to get Shadow here. He does have the lasso. Primal Spit has been used. They do pick off the Omni Knight, and I think that the Wraith King is dead as well. So they're stunned up, and he will die as well. There you go. So very simple, very easy, straight to the point. This seems to be a very easy game for MMR at the moment. So mid game, they do have Velta to cover up the mid game. Even if the game does drag to late game, they do have Kinjas. So even with so much control on X Gamer, they haven't been able to execute that control at the moment. They seem to be everywhere. The Lina stun missing slightly. There's no stack stuns. The Guardian Angel was not used in the war just now, so they do trade tower to tower, but at the moment, tower wise, MMR does seem to have lost their first tier on both the top lane and the bottom lane. So tower wise, on the side of X Gamer at the moment. So net worth about 5 going to 6,000, just a slight dip towards X Gamer, and the experience about 700, about 8,000, 8,000 to about 8,000 to 9,000 to X to MMR at the moment. So Velta already having his Vlads, which is a good pickup because out of their lineup they do have 3 melee heroes. Ice Paths just misses. The problem with X Gamer and this team is they tend to just miss their stuns. They do have a lot of control. They do have their savior here, the Omni Knight, but they tend to miss their stuns. See, like for instance, this they could have stunned, and then they misses again. So it's that kind of I don't know, calculation mistake, calculation error, and it does cost them greatly. So Lina will die here, trying to get the Omni Knight as well. They do get Sagittarius. Tazingo would probably be killing them as well. So yeah, so it is a 4 for nothing trade, and they will take down this tower as well. It's another 24 seconds, it's another 17 seconds before the Wraith King can come out. So they will be taking down the second tower. So it's 4 heroes down and the tier 2 tower. This is not looking good for X Gamer at the moment. Like I said earlier, it might be too early to say that they might be outdrafted, as in MMR was outdrafted, because there's so much control on X Gamer. But Xpire has not been able to deliver at the moment. They have not been able to stack their stuns. In fact, they haven't even landed a stun to begin with. Timing errors, and like Lina, they were at a tower. They would have seen that was a second TP coming in. To count it as 2.2 to 2.5 seconds is just ridiculous, because the second TP was like 4 to 4.5 seconds. So it's just, I don't know, ridiculous at the moment. So they haven't been able to deliver. It's a very good draft, but yeah, just the delivery issue is to me that's the main issue for Xpire at the moment. If they could have just chain stun, even let's say even the Brewmaster won't be able to primal split. You do have let me see, what's this? A 2-second stun duration here. You have Ice Path, which is just another about 2 seconds, so that's about 4 seconds already. You have the Light Strike Array, which is another 2 seconds, it's 6 seconds control, plus the Guardian Angel and Purification, and the Repel, as well as the slow from the Degen Aura. It's just so many, it just synergizes so well. Look at this, Sagittarius is just standing there. I do not know whether they've given up or something. So Yuna trying to do her best to that, but she will probably die over here. Xpire David will also fall down here. Tazdingo trying to do whatever he can, but the primal state is up, so Repel has been used, so he will be safe from magic damage. There was no stuns that can come to him, so it is still a 3 down and 1 tier 1 tower, and possibly a tier 2. The only one remaining is the Wraith King, which they had clearly seen at the bottom, who is TPing mid as well. So if he's not careful, if he does overextend, Tinky Winky will die here. So they have used the lassos now, 25 seconds before the lasso is up. Mana low on Velta, so they are trying to pressure as much. Tazdingo overextending a little bit into 3 heroes, so they would have to back out. So Kinja's just continually farming with his Manta already up at 1,000 in his pocket. He is just getting fatter and fatter at the moment, and Xpire doesn't have anything to respond to this. They're just being shut down so bad. So Kinjas will try to take down here with only Sagittarius trying to defend, but MMR does have his backup on the way. So Sagittarius overextending again, seeing Kinjas there as well as Mars the as well as Bakery over there, or probably blinked in. I probably missed it. So yeah, they do come from the back though. They pick up the Lion. There's a DC. Uh, ultimate use on the Lina. And Tinky Winky trying to run as quick as he can, but not to forget he is disconnected. So there will be a pause coming out here, being a tournament, even though an amateur tournament nonetheless. Well, things have to be fair. But even if he does survive, he does have his reincarnation though. So if it's possible, the other two supports can TP into this tower to try to save the Wraith King. That is, if they do have TPs, they do have TPs except of course the Jakiro, which is nearby. Both of them are actually nearby. So they might be able to save the Wraith King, and I say might because MMR can easily just turn around and kill the supports, being very squishy. He does have a nice path as well as the Macropire, and Guardian Angel is up on the on Shadow, so they might be able to save the Wraith King here at the moment already with his Maelstrom up. So they do have 3 games. Yeah, my stats guy has just told me that the Lina has less than 200 games, but that aside, he's not my stats guy. He's just yeah, my friend. Anyway, the Earthshaker is coming around. He does have all his skills available, so even if they are able to save Tinky Winky over here, he can easily blink in and stun. So they would probably have 3 deaths over here. So if they do, it will be a team wipe as well as the tier 2 top tower down. So if you were to ask me, my guess is that would be the likely outcome, that the Earthshaker does come in time. These two will try to save their Wraith King being the carry. Earthshaker will come from behind, blink in. They do not have many creeps here, but nonetheless, I think he would Echo Slam for the stuns. And with that stun, if he's able to stack the stun, he will be able to kill off all 3 of them, and that would be a complete team wipe as well as a tier 2 tower top. So Wraith King has reconnected. We'll see how it plays out. So they will take off Tinky Winky here. Repel being used, Guardian Angel being used. There's an Ice Path, as I said. Earthshaker already nearby, so they do take off Tinky Winky. Echo Slam being used. There will be a stun. The Jakiro has dropped. So far, they have not lost any yet. Kinja's trying to go after the Shadow. So Sagittarius does make it back in time. So Kinjas will die over here. I'm surprised Shalit. Okay, he didn't have the mana required. So the other of MMR does have to back off at the moment. So it could have been a good fight, but just lacking in terms of mana. So it's a 3 for 3. Gold change in the way of Xpire. Extinct. Gold change and experience change on the side of Xpire at the moment. So there is an increase in their graphs. So hopefully they'll be able to come back at the moment. Well, it's just really good timing from Sagittarius. I felt they dragged it a little. They decided they broke off and they decided to go after the supports instead. So they did pick off the support, but they gave up so much in that fight. If they had focused on the Wraith King, I guess things might have been slightly different, or they might have won that fight, or at least had most of the fights. the advantage in that fight. So, but anything can happen in a tournament with that kind of with so much at stake. Um, Especially in an amateur tournament where you want to be known with something to prove. Xpire trying to defend their tier 2 tower. They've been losing so much towers at the moment, all of a sudden having the advantage, but suddenly they have lost so much of the towers, and now that they are disadvantaged in terms of tower. Graph wise, still very much in on the side of the Radiant, 12,000 net worth as well as about 11,000 experience. It's pretty far. So yeah, the mid tower, they did take the mid tower. They are trying to force an engagement over here. Echo Slam being used, but it's just not enough. There's not enough creeps, there's not enough heroes around. So they will chase. The Mars Breakery blinked in. Velda trying to, with his Thunderclap, trying to do something. There is a lasso on Sagittarius, so Sagittarius will die over here. Tinky Winky low on health. There is a Guardian Angel being used. Reincarnation. Tazdingo has to back off, but I don't think he'll be able to back off. Omni Slash being used. Shadow will die over here. Tinky Winky with the Mjolnir protection. So it is a 2-for-2 trade at the moment, but it is 2 cores for 1 core and 1 support. So the fight should be in the side of Xpire, and it is in the side of Xpire. Advantage to Xpire at the moment. So I felt that Echo Slam was a little bit premature. If he had dragged it out a little, maybe use a fissure first and then Echo Slam when all the heroes were around together, the creeps, it might have made a difference. I'm not too sure if creeps are included. Yeah, enemy units. So with the creeps, if you have the full ranks of creeps as well as all the all on the side of Xpire being together, if he had used his Echo Slams, then I guess the fight would be slightly in their favor. So very premature, a rather premature Echo Slam there, but nonetheless a good effort. But they did trade 2 cores for only 1 core and 1 support. So Lina already with her Aghanim Scepter, Queen of Pain, trying to build up her Lincoln Sphere as quick as possible. 2,000 gold, 600 gold in his pocket, and he's building a Assault Cuirass. The Mjolnir helps him so much in his farm right now, so he decided to go for a full Mjolnir to give that a little bit of protection. The wave is pushing in middle though. Well, thanks to his Mjolnir, he is climbing the net worth chart, so he has closed the gap, and the difference between him now and Juggernaut is about 1,000 gold. So that's good news for Xpire at the moment, but they do need to make something happen. You do have the Roshan being attempted. And Juggernaut does pick up the Ages of Immortality, so they would probably push all the way. All this time, Xpire was staying in their base. They could have farmed up a little bit more. They decided not to in the end. Initiation from Tinky Winky, which I feel is a little bit premature. Echo Slam again being used prematurely over here when most of it was there. The lasso pulling Sagittarius, but not much of an effect right now. King Jazz does take off the Wraith King, but there is reincarnation. David try to back off at the moment. Tinky Winky chasing down whatever he can. The Mars Bakery stunning so that there will be a stack stun from MMR, so they will be able to back off. Still a fight greatly in the side of Xpire. And the gap between the two carries being even closer, now down to 800 gold difference between the two, net worth between the two. So he is 1,100 gold, still quite far away from his Assault Cuirass at the moment, probably just halfway through, or not even halfway through for that matter, but he's getting there with his Mjolnir. It will help him somehow, or rather. So Lincoln Sphere is already being picked up by Sagittarius, and he does have a point booster, so we'll probably be seeing an Aghanim Scepter coming up from the Queen of Pain soon. That's being picked up by the Earthshaker right now. So Yuna, trying to spam as much as you can, so you just pick up the Soul Ring. Possibly might be going for a Bloodstone with the Soul Ring, I'm not too sure whether it is a good idea. She does have 5 deaths with 1 kill. Or I might be wrong, she might not be going for the Bloodstone altogether. So we'll see how it goes with Delina. So the position 5, David, trying to do as much as he can with his controls, but I'm not too sure what he can do at the moment. Omni Knight also as well trying to get his Aghanim Scepter, but he does only have a point booster at the moment. So he is like about 3,000 gold away from his Aghanim Scepter. So like I said, the same thing is occurring at the moment. There was an encounter here, so they do see 2 heroes here. They do see Velta at mid. The only one they did not see is Tazdingo, but they all decide to stay in base. So there is farm being limited over here. So Tazdingo might just blink in. They do have 2 heroes. Tinky Winky does walk back, knowing that something is wrong. So they do smoke up. David will find out Kinjas. Smoke did break. He did go a little bit too close without his team, and that was the issue here. So blink in from the Bat Rider, but the Guardian Angel being used. Lasso failed because of the Lincoln Sphere. So Tinky Winky Reincarnation being used. Yule Scepter being up. Sally trying to stun, if I'm not wrong. No, he did not. So but the Brewmaster doing so much damage on Tinky Winky. Sally does his own stuns and all. X Shadow trying to get out, but he does have the Earthshaker there to stop the teleportation. So this would be a tier 3 going down now. I guess there's nothing that can be done from Xpire at the moment. It's just so difficult to respond at this stage. So with 2 supports, or rather, yeah, 2 supports left. There's pretty much very limited things that can be done. Tazdingo trying to harass a bit, thinking he could have done something, but he doesn't have his lasso up. He has already expended his lasso with 16 seconds to go. So there will be Rex 1 and Rex 2, the range and the melee Rex being taken at the moment. Bakery a little bit dangerous. His position being attacked by tier 4 towers. So they do get Mega on the top. Rex. They will have to back off right now because another 4 seconds before the Wraith King does come out. But they will try to pressure mid at the moment. So Mechanism being picked up by the Lion. Mechanism has lost its flavor recently. But as we can see from this match, it does give so much to the team. But even in pro games, it has lost its popularity. We don't see it picked up as much as we've seen it before. But I don't know. This coming week, we would see a change. So Sagittarius being dragged out by the lasso by Tazdingo, and will fall over there. So like I was saying, there will be an update coming up soon, so we'll see what the nerfs, what are the improvement being done, the buffs or the nerfs being made next week. So they are trying to do something. They're trying to create something happen here. Do they have their ultimates with them? Omni Knight doesn't have his ultimate. The only one that has the ultimate is Sagittarius, and she is down for another 36 seconds without a buyback. Um, Conversely, on the other side of the Radiant, you have everyone having an ultimate except Tazdingo, which will be up in another 15 seconds. So literally, they will have every ultimate. So Guardian Angel is up at the moment. Laguna Blade being upped. Reincarnation will be up in another 2 seconds as well. He does have the mana for it. So Usurper being used. Primal Split being used. Guardian Angel has expanded. They're trying to do something over here. So they're chasing down Yuna at the moment. Laguna Blade. I'm sorry, it was a Finger of Death being used. Laguna Blade tried to get, but he got nothing. David trying to run away. He is protected by the Wraith King though. Tinky Winky trying to back off as well. He does not have the mana enough for the reincarnation. He has to be very safe at the moment. Sagittarius already used his ultimate. He would have a blink in 1 second, and he will be able to kill the Master Bakery with that blink as well as the Scream of Pain. On the other hand, while this is happening, the Juggernaut was pushing down bottom, so he did take off the bottom tower as well as the bottom Rex. So now all that's left is the middle Rex before Mega Creeps, and I think they will be doing Mega Creeps instead of just pushing to the tier 4 and straight going for the Ancients, because yeah, they would force another team fight. At the moment, MMR can easily take a team fight with no fear. So 2 ultimate orbs, 1 orb of venom already being picked up by Kinjas. He has his diffuser blade. He is a very fat juggernaut right now. So he's 500 gold. So but he is pretty much nearing his Skadi at the moment. Once he has his Skadi with the stats, the only thing remaining would probably be. He actually doesn't need any more items. He can pretty much clear up X Gamer, Xpire easily at the moment. Roshan, another say 30 seconds before Roshan. No, 10 seconds before Roshan up. So he will be up for Velta. They do send a courier to scout it out, and it will be another 2 minutes before Roshan will before they can get Roshan. They are willing to put the courier here because being forced in, being caged in, X Gamer would not be coming out. So that will take a significant hit on their farm, as you can see. That is a very nice response, very quick response from Kinjas with his Blade Fury, to evade the stun from Tinky Winky. But MMR already come in from the back, Master Bakery with his Hex, and the crits. They will be taking down the Wraith King over here. Omni Slash being used, expanded here. They do take down the Lina falls, Wraith King falls. Ultimate being used by the Queen of Pain, but it does not do anything. So they do lose 4 in that fight. It is a 4 against 5. It is a GG game right now. There is nothing they can respond. Tower has fallen. They will take down this Rex. It will be Mega Creeps, and they only have the Queen of Pain to respond to this at the moment. Even with the Aghanim Scepter, there's nothing he can do. So it is a GG calls. It is done. So the game is over. And yeah, that's that. So thank you for joining me in this cast. I guess it's just underperforming from Xpire. They had so much control, but they failed their stuns. They failed their stack stuns. Decisions was a little bit off at certain times, even though they had vision of the Radiant all over the map. Yet they still decided to stay in base to defend their base against the creeps when they could have actually farmed up. But that's that. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again. Ciao.